Welcome back to Movie On. Today I'm going to explain the movie called Saw 7 from 2010. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care, and I hope you enjoy it. The movie begins with the scene of Dr. Gordon. He ran away from the bathroom of Saw 1, and after that, he went to therapy for 5 years. Then the scene shifted towards two shoplifters named Brett and Ryan. They were tied to a jigsaw to play the jigsaw game in front of the people of that store. And that jigsaw was connected with another jigsaw, and the other saw was for their mutual girlfriend, who was tied to the ceiling. In the next scene, we saw a video, and Brett and Ryan were given 60 seconds to decide whom they would kill to save their manipulating girlfriend. All the people outside the store were watching this game. After the video ended, the time started. After seeing her own life in danger, Dina tried to manipulate Brett, but Ryan told him that they don't need this type of girlfriend, and that's why they should let her die. After the timer ran out, Dina got cut in half by the saw. The police went there, but it was too late. In the next scene, we see Jill saw that Hoffman was still alive, and that's why she immediately goes to the police. On the other hand, she met Detective Gibson and told him about the jigsaw killer game invented by Hoffman, and she asked for her private guard. The police said to her that she would have a guard very soon, and she left the police station. Jill came back home and fell asleep, but she woke up from a nightmare about Hoffman. In the next scene, we see an abandoned junkyard, and it was the place of the jigsaw game for the racist people. We noticed that a racist was attached to a car seat, and his girlfriend was tied down in front of the car tire, and the car was connected to one of their friends with a chain, and another friend was tied to the door in front of the vehicle. The video started, and it said that in the next 30 seconds, the car would begin to move, and in that time period, he would have to decide who he wanted to save, himself or his friends. The timer started, and before the racist could decide, the timer stopped, and the car began to move very fast. Therefore, the hands of the friend tied behind the vehicle with a chain came off his body, and he died. His girlfriend got rolled over by the car and died as well, and the friend tied to the door in front of the vehicle died from getting hit by the vehicle. The racist guy also died from a car crash. The police came there, and they called Detective Gibson as well. While investigating the crime scene, Gibson found a message for himself. Along with that, he found the trap of Hoffman and sent it to the forensic department. In the next scene, we see a guy named Bobby. From his conversation, we found out that he told people about so many fake ways to save themselves from the jigsaw game, and he's doing this for his publicity. He was sitting in the therapy station of that jigsaw killer with his cameras. On the other side, we saw Dr. Gordon. Bobby went outside of the therapy station with his wife, and we saw that they got kidnapped. When he woke up, he discovered himself in a nearly destroyed psychiatric hospital, and he was inside a cage. The video started, and Bobby was told that in the next 60 minutes, Bobby would have to pass the test in order to save his wife. The video ended, and Bobby's cage got hanged from the ceiling, and there was a trap of pointy nails below his cell. Suddenly, his cage got opened, but he jumped from it and saved himself from the nail trap, and he went ahead for his next test. In the next scene, Bobby finds Nina, but she's kept inside a device that can kill her. The video started, and he was told that in the next 60 seconds, he would have to get the key of that device from Nina's mouth. Otherwise, the device will kill her because of the sound she was making. The timer started, and Bobby told her to stay quiet, and he tried to pull out the key from her throat. After trying so much, he was able to take out the key, but before he could open the lock, the device killed Nina with its knife. On the other hand, Joyce was also tied down, and she was being shown the tests of Bobby. Bobby walked towards his next test, and he found the book that he wrote, and it was signed. And the movie goes to flashback, and we see that Bobby's friend, John, also came to that sign event, and John warned him about his fake ways to get out of the jigsaw game. In the next scene, we see that Detective Gibson has found the fingerprints of Jill on the bear trap that was set on Hoffman's mouth, and that's why he went to her house, and he was so mad at Jill. He argued with her and came outside. In the next scene, we saw that Hoffman had sent him a CD. When he played the CD, Hoffman told him to give away Jill to him. Gibson saw the statue behind Hoffman in the video. When he went to the police station, he found out about the jigsaw game designed for Bobby. We also saw that Gibson remembered that he went to that statue once, and it was for the homeless and drunk people. A drunk guy attacked him, but Hoffman killed the drunk guy and saved his life. Gibson complained about this murder of Hoffman, but Hoffman got promoted, and he transferred Gibson to another city. Gibson realized that it was the place where Hoffman was staying. In the next scene, we see that Bobby went towards his next test, and he saw that his lawyer, Susan, was tied to another device. Bobby was told by a doll that if he wanted to save Susan, then he would have to pull up her cage. But he will also get injured from this. The timer started, and Bobby pulled the cage to save Susan's life, but he got hurt, and that's why he let go of the cage, and the timer ended. Therefore, the knives got into Susan's face, and she died. Bobby went towards his next test, and he saw that his best friend, Cal, was tied with his eyes covered. Bobby saw a tape and played it. He was told to untie the rope from Cal's neck in the next 60 seconds, otherwise he will die from hanging on his neck. Bobby guided Cal to come towards him, and somehow he got the key. Bobby threw that key towards Cal, but Cal was not able to catch the key, and the timer ended. Cal got hanged on the rope and died. The scene shifted towards Gibson, and we saw that Gibson went to the psychiatric hospital with the SWAT team. He was investigating the hospital, and then he received a call from the police station, and they told him that the location of Hoffman was in the junkyard. Gibson went to the junkyard and found a message for himself. Behind the door, he saw someone sitting in the chair. Gibson went closer to that man with the two officers and saw that it was the dead body of that racist guy. Along with that, he found the CCTV cameras and the statue that was behind Hoffman in the video. Once again, the movie went into flashbacks, and we saw that when Hoffman made an explosion in the junkyard, the police were distracted by it, and he went to the police station with this chance. On the other hand, we saw that Bobby was walking towards his next test. He was locked in a room, and to open the lock of that room, he needed to break his wisdom tooth to find the code of the lock. Bobby broke his tooth and found the code. He then unlocked the door and went ahead towards Joyce. But then another video started, and Bobby was told that if he wanted to save himself and Joyce, he would have to put the hooks in his chest, as he wrote in his book, to get away from the jigsaw game. And he will have to turn on the electricity. Somehow Bobby put those hooks in his chest and went towards the electric switch. But the hooks got loose from his chest, and he fell down. He was about to get up, but the timer ran out, and the cage of Joyce got closed, and the fire started under her cage. Joyce got burnt to death. On the other side, we saw that Gibson called the police station to let them know about Hoffman staying in the police station. But before he could tell them, the automatic gun fired at him, and he and the other two officers died. The SWAT team also got locked inside a room, and they died because of the poisonous gas. On the other side, Hoffman came out of the body bag, and he killed everyone on his way. And at last, he went to Jill. When he went closer to Jill, she stabbed him with something and ran away from there. Jill hid in the office. Hoffman found her and kicked her. She fainted. After that, he put a bear trap on her face with a